Welcome in today's video. Today I'm going to show you how to add and then assign resources to your project. First we need to start with adding the resources to our resource list, and to do this, click the resource icon on the left menu. I have it already opened, and then you will have the list with all of the resources you have available. If you cannot see it, then it means that under the display you need to go to filter by and then make sure that all resources are selected. Okay, let's add the resource. To do this, click on the right menu, this Add button. You can also do it by clicking anywhere on the name which is currently existing, and then right button click and Add. Let's first move it to the left because I want it to be such a summary level resource. And as our resource ID, type scheduler. Then under resource name, project scheduler. And the resource type will leave labor, as this is usually what we want when assigning resources. As I said, I want it to be such a summary resource. That's why I will add now two resources underneath it. So by clicking this Add button, I will add resource ID SS, which is senior scheduler. And then I can select Finish. And I will add another one, JS as junior scheduler. And select Finish. Again, I need to move it to the left, so it to be the same level. And now we can go to the details. First, let's move maybe to the unit and prices and make sure that max units is 8 hours a day, and we can set some price per unit, for example $30 per hour. What we need to be sure is that our effective date is earlier than the start of the project. Otherwise, if we will assign this resource to a project, it will not be working since the beginning of the project. The same with the junior scheduler. Maybe our price per unit is lower here, so $20 per hour. And then we can go to the details. So for both those positions, we can set a calendar. So for me, it is now 5 days per week, including holidays and Christmas and Easter bank holidays in the UK. So I want to keep it. Default units 8 hours per day, this is what I want, and I want also auto-compute actuals and calculate costs from units to be ticked. For senior scheduler, let's check if this is the same. Exactly. So I have my resources already added, and now I can assign them to the project. I just opened my project, and now let's assume that I want to add the resources which I already created to the basic design task. On the tab Resources, select Add Resource, and then we have a list of all of the resources, including the resources which we already created. So I want to assign Senior Scheduler by selecting this Assign button, and also I want to assign Junior Scheduler, but before I do that, let's just have a look. We can see that our budgeted units per senior scheduler is 160. Why is it so? Because as you remember, we have 8 hours per day working time for this one, and because the duration of this task is 20 days, then 20 multiplied by 8 hours a day means 160 hours for senior scheduler for that task. So what P6 is doing it's assigning the senior scheduler full time to that task. If we'll add junior scheduler also, let's add him, we can see that also junior scheduler has 160 hours assigned, which means that to that task we have already 320 hours assigned, which we can see under this status bar that budgeted hours are 320, which means that there will be 2 people working as a sum 16 hours a day to complete that task. Of course, if this is not something what we want, we can always change it. Let's go back to the resources tab, and in the budgeted units for junior scheduler, let's put 80 hours for that task and also 80 hours for senior schedulers. And now we can see that both of them will be working 4 hours a day. So as a sum, 8 hours a day for schedulers. And under the status tab, we can see that we have now 160 hours for this task assigned.